So being a place of gratitude is such a beautiful place to be in. Being in a place where you are thankful, you're joyful, you are happy for all that God has done in your life already is such a beautiful place to be in, because God is always close to those that are filled with thanksgiving. Yes, and the Bible says, cheerful heart doeth good like medicine. So just being in that place where you're just filled with joy is this aura of God's presence around you, because you're filled with joy, because you're filled with thanksgiving, because you're grateful for how far that God has carried you. Yes, you have other things you're still trusting God for. You have other prayer requests you've written down, other things you're still hoping for. But the fact that God hasn't done all of those things, it doesn't affect your mood. It doesn't make you feel like God is not faithful. It doesn't make you stop praying. It doesn't make you not to be joyful. You're still in that place, like you're in that place that, God, I'm happy for where I am today. I'm happy that you have led me. I know where you brought me from and where I am today. Yes, I am not where I would want to be, but I'm still trusting you that you're taking me to that place. You're just in that place where you're just grateful for every single thing that God has done in your life. It's such a beautiful place to be in. And I think that that is where God will want us to be at all time. To be in a place where we can recognize his hands, recognize that the fact we are able to sleep and wake up this morning, the fact we are able to go about our daily activities is of the mercies of God, and we should be grateful, we should be happy regardless of the things that has not happened yet in our life. So I think that one of the things that make people to get to a place where they are ungrateful is when they begin to compare their life with the lives of others. Comparison is such a bad thing to do, trust me. I know we have the human nature in us and we tend to like compare and all of those things, and we compare and begin to feel bad that, oh, I don't have this yet. I have a bicycle, my neighbor has a car, I don't have a car yet. Because of that, you're not happy that you have a bicycle. You're not even grateful that God brought you from not having anything to having at least something. You're not even grateful for that. You're only looking at what your neighbor has and you're feeling bad. And that's why the Bible that says that they that compare themselves with one another, they are not wise. So comparison is not a good thing for a Christian to do. I know that we do not live in isolation, and that we have people living around us, and that we hear stories, we hear testimonies, we see the great and mighty hands of God upon people's life. We just hear a lot of things every day, and let's not forget that we also hear bad things too. Yes, we see people go through things, we hear things that are not too good too. So I believe that as a believer, you should understand that your life is created uniquely. Yes, we are all different. We are all running different races. Our journey is different from our neighbor's journey, and what God has called us for, we are also different. So our purposes to here on earth are also different. So if we understand that, we'll be able to embrace our journey, and everything that God gives us, we are grateful and we are happy and we bask in it. And if what we are trusting God for hasn't happened yet, we don't begin to get sad, get angry, get bitter, get frustrated, forgetting that, see, it's more than you, really. Forget, it's more than you. There's something on the heart of the Father. There's a reason that God has created you. There's a reason that God has formed you. There's a reason you are where you are at this point. And God has plans for you. I'll keep saying this. God has plans. When you realize this, you just say, you know what? I refuse to be sad. I refuse to be angry. I refuse to compare my journey with my neighbor's journey. I choose to embrace my journey every day and trust God for the things that He has spoken of me. So being in a place of gratitude, just thanking God for how far He has carried you and where you are today, is such a beautiful place to be in. Trust me. So I know that we are human, and sometimes there's this thought of, oh, see where you are. You've not gotten this yet. You've not gotten that yet. Trust me, it's normal. It happens to everybody. Now, but because we have been equipped with knowledge, we understand that the fact that it's not happening now does not mean that it will never happen. See, that is why I love the word of God so much, because one of the things that happens to you when you begin to study the word of God is that you are equipped with knowledge. You're equipped with the tools that you will need to navigate through life. You're equipped with knowledge because when you study the word of God and you read the promises of God over your life, and the fact that, okay, these things God has said over my life, they are not happening right now. So because of that, do I stay in a place of sadness? Do I stay in a place of worry? No, I don't. I keep trusting God. I keep hoping on God. I keep being in a place of gratitude, knowing fully well that He that has promised is faithful. So I just hope this inspires someone. Be in a place of gratitude. Sometimes the enemy will come with his voice to try to make you feel somehow, but you should be able to reply with the word of God. You should be able to speak up with the word of God. So important as a believer, don't lose your joy. Don't lose your joy. Don't ever get to a place where you are not content with what God has given you already. Don't ever get to a place where you don't celebrate your wins. Don't even call your wins small wins. No matter what, if you are able to buy a phone, it's a big win. Trust me, it's a big win. So don't even call your wins small wins. Be in a place where you are grateful to God at all times, because when you are able to recognize the hand of God over your life. And when the things that you're trusting God for comes to your life, you will see it. Because when you're just filled with worry and sadness, even when the appointed time comes, you will not know it. You won't even know it, because your mind is already clouded with frustration, with sadness and unhappiness. But when you're in a place of gratitude, like you are in a place where you are expecting good things to happen in your life, good things will definitely happen in your life. And I also believe that being joyful and being happy and just being in that place of gratitude it has a way of attracting good things to you. That's a way of just making your atmosphere favorable for God to reach you. And that is why when we get to the presence of God, one of the easiest ways to approach God is through thanksgiving, is through rejoicing, is through just being happy in His presence. That's one of the easiest ways to get through to God. So it's so important that we are in a place of gratitude, and we must be intentional about it, because trust me, some things will happen that would want to steal your joy, but you must say no. You must say no, because some things will happen that want to steal your joy, but you must be intentional about being in a place of gratitude. So I hope this encourages someone today to be happy, be joyful, and always trust the Lord. Thank you so much. Bye.